Hi, Mike DePung here, and I'm glad you're with me. I know I've skipped a couple days for the National Poetry Month, but I want to read a poem to you today that is one of my favorites that I've written, and I hope it means as much to you as it does to me. I know there will not be very many who actually hear this. I'm planning on publishing it at some point, and we'll see about that. But for now, for today, my heart, my soul, the spirits, I think, want me to share this poem with you. It's kind of a longer poem. It involves some voices that I haven't done for a long time in terms of reading. So I hope it comes across okay. I think that it will. And I'm not sure yet if I'll say anything at the end of it or not. I feel very deeply about it. There's a lot I could say. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and read it now. And this is to you. Photosynthesis. To everything, there is a season. Look, Mommy, the leaf is green. That's a spinach leaf, sweetie. What's spinach, Mommy? We eat spinach. You have eaten it, but you didn't know it is called spinach. Oh boy, I eat green. Yes, you do. Green spinach leaves. Mommy bends down, stretches her brown hands to the plant, and pulls off a leaf. She hands it to Sweetie, who sees the veins and shape of it. Now, Sweetie, brush off that little bit of dirt, blow on it real hard. I did, Mommy. Now what? Mommy has her own. She smiles into Sweetie's eyes and takes a clean bite from her leaf. Now you. Sweetie smiles and bites. Green is so good. Sweetie stands with a lettuce leaf in her hand, displaying it to her daughter Lily. What is it? It's a leaf of lettuce, Lily. What's that for? It's for us, for the air we breathe. Sweetie takes a long, dramatic breath in. It breathes out oxygen to us. We need that to live. And it's for green food, which we need too. Oh, it's beautiful. Sweetie blows hard on the greenish red lettuce leaf and takes a big bite. She closes her eyes and takes a deep breath in. It's so good, Lily. I'm going to try it too. Lily takes a bite and inhales a full, funny breath. Oh, it's wonderful. She breathes in and out again hard. If lettuce gives oxygen, what do we give when we blow out? Sweetie smiled. We humans give the kind of air plants use, carbon dioxide. Lily frowned as she looked towards the city. Can lettuce breathe that? A brown haze hangs over the horizon. No, Lily, it cannot completely. It makes the plants and us sicker than we need to be. Why do people make that kind of air? Mommy, Sweetie, and Lily wonder who Chloe laughs with under the grove of oaks and maples. Lily calls to Chloe, who runs to the three as they sip on their iced tea, their glasses sweating. Fresh mint leaves float atop their tea. Daughter, who are you talking to out there under those trees? Lily asks. The trees. I asked with them why their leaves aren't green anymore. What did they tell you? They said those pretty red and orange and purpley leaves were always under the green, just waiting for their time to share. Chloe giggles, then suddenly grows silent and tilts her head, still smiling. What do you hear, granddaughter? Sweetie whispers. Chloe looked into her great grandmother's glass. Those leaves are still green. Mama's hands are soft and clear. Your hands are like the leaves on the tree, grandmommy. Chloe looks at her great grandmother. The green and the purple are both beautiful. Oak said you will understand. Chloe ran back towards the grove. The ladies fanned themselves a bit and smiled, each one watching Chloe, who paused under the trees but a few seconds, turned and skipped back. Did Oak tell you something else, sweetie? Asks. Dance for each color. Let's dance. Chloe hums in harmony with an early fall wind blowing across them. The women rise up and flow with her melody. Mommy sits with her glass toppled into her lap, a mint leaf clinging on the edge of her skirt, a radiant red smile on her now still lips. Chloe dances over to Grandmommy, removes the glass, and gently lifts the mint leaf off of her great-grandmother's skirt. Oak said you understood. We love you. And that's the end of the poem. When I wrote this, and it doesn't always show, but for those of you who may be aspiring poets, one thing that it's good to know, always do way more reading and research than you will ever use in your poems. I did a whole bunch of reading and rereading of things that I knew about photosynthesis when I wrote it, but about when it starts and how it progresses and when it declines and what happens. And to me, it was just like, that's like life. That's the way we are. And the one thing, I mean, I could do a whole bunch of this because I know what I was thinking as I wrote it. And maybe some of you, a few of you would want to look at it closely enough to make some comments about it. But one of the things I wanted to get across very clearly is we go through our phases, even in our individual lives, not generational. In case you didn't catch it, there are 4 generations in this poem. But even in our individual lives, there are times when we are stirring to life after there's been this lull, like the winter, like a dormant season. And then the photosynthesis process begins. The sun comes and the winds change and things get warmer. And that chemical process, that biochemical process starts going and life starts erupting and blooming and doing all sorts of wonderful things. And then we start subsiding. That project, that time of our life, that era of our lives start changing, and we don't keep up in that same energy. But the energy that comes afterwards, the beauty of it, like the colors of the leaves, it is still has its own beauty and wisdom, I might add. There were a few other things that I will mention very briefly. Since it's my poem and hardly anybody will ever listen to this, I might as well say it, say it anyway. Um, there was one word in here that made this, I wanted, and I don't know if I was even aware of it at first, but as I reread it for myself and was revising, I realized that one word takes us to be, creates the sense that this family, these 4 generations of women and girls, um, that they're minorities. They are from groups that have been classically oppressed, repressed, marginalized, and it doesn't affect them. Sometimes when I think, like right now, of the way how totally fucked up this country is, and so many people that are so angry about people caring for others and about accepting people. And it's not about none of those people who are so angry have to embrace anything of others, of the other. But when you try to silence them, they have to embrace everything of yours, everything of mine, of people who look like me. I wanted to bring that across in the poem, that there's what makes the difference in any phase of life is love. It's caring. It's the idea of parents communicating, teaching their children in very natural ways. And the other thing, that last thing that I will say here is that it's pretty clear They listen to nature, they learn from nature. And the people who are hateful, the people who are trying to silence some, the people who are begging for these tens of thousands of people to be deported illegally to other countries and separating parents from children. And it that is all so contrary to what nature would teach us. You're working against nature if you're in that category. You're working against love. And man, I would not want to be in your fucking shoes. So I would like you to, if you are moved by this at all, maybe there are some things that resonate enough with you that you will go back and read it again, and that it will make you think about the kind of love that is inherent in each one of us to begin with. We need to listen to our heart, to awaken to our heart, awaken to love, awaken to our creativity, awaken to our deity, our divinity, and realize that we can see value in the other because we see how very wonderful and powerful we are. We realize that that other over there, those others, that they have the same essence of love in them. We need to just learn how to deal with one another in love. That's the touchstone. It's love. And that's where this poem was written, was in love. So it's up to you. And I hope that it meant something to you until probably tomorrow, since there's only 2 days left of the National Poetry Month. Um, I leave you in love and peace.